As had been the case for the two most recent WDCA finals, Rovers United Bruck would face off against Wangaratta Magpies in the grand final of the two-day competition for the 2022-23 season. Wangaratta Magpies won the toss and elected to bat first, but things could not have started better for the Hawks, with Brady Bartlett striking off the first ball of the match, Cooper Matheson miscuing a work to the leg side and skying the ball to Josh O'Donoghue at mid-wicket. Things didn't fare much better for the Maggies' other opener, Jared Wallace. He too gone for a duck after a searing full ball from Rovers United Bruck's skipper, Paddy McNamara. The trend continued in the third over, Magpies captain Jack Davies edging to Coot Pienaar at slip, a disastrous 3 for 5 to start the grand final for the Magpies. Finally a boundary for Wangaratta, but it wasn't pretty as Pranav Menon dug out a Yorker from McNamara. McNamara, into his 8th over unchanged, took the 4th wicket, finding Fraser Ellis's edge. Wangaratta Magpies 4 for 32 at the first drinks break and in desperate need of a partnership. But they'd have to keep waiting. In the first over after the spell, Ryan Malcolm tried to work Josh Schonafinger to the leg side, only for the ball to balloon to Luke Whitten at mid-off. Half of the Magpies gone, only 32 on the board. In a familiar tale, the Magpies' hopes rested heavily with Menon, and a commanding pull shot off Bartlett gave supporters of the black and white something to cling to. But his wicket, superbly caught by Pienaar at gully, saw Wangaratta slump to 6 for 44. Nick Bonwick came out with good intent, and this cut over the top of the cordon was only the Magpies' third boundary in 27 overs. Nick Pell found the rope as well, but was out 3 balls later, just as a partnership threatened. Rovers United Bruck were giving nothing away with the ball, with free deliveries few and far between. Pienaar was brought into the attack to tempt the lower order, but at the tea break it was all rub. Wangaratta Magpies 7 for 79. The ball was again thrown to Schonafinger for the first over after the break, and he struck again, Fraser Dent hitting a simple catch to McNamara. A moment of magic in the field from Blake Nixon. An attempted quick single cost Bonwick dearly, who was caught short at the bowler's end by a direct hit. A really sharp catch from Lucky Shantha ended the Magpies innings. Zach Guilfoyle out for 2 and his side all out for 84. With an extra 24 overs to bat, the odds were certainly in Rub's favour. Jeremy Wilson and Luke Whitten took up the chase, and Wilson got one out of the middle early off the bowling of Matt Gathercole. But the joy was short-lived as the competition's leading wicket-taker Chris Clement got through the defences of Whitten. And with the score still on 11, Wilson hit a drive straight to Pell. It brought semi-final hero O'Donoghue to the crease with skipper McNamara, and the pair were intent on survival. Runs, however, weren't easy to find. A couple of half chances went the way of the Hawks, as the shadows lengthened, Rovers United Bruck continued to edge closer. But a brilliant piece of work by Guilfoyle ran out the resolute O'Donoghue and gave the Magpies a much-needed spark. McNamara dispatched Menon for a crucial boundary, but Pienaar's rush of blood off the bowling of Ellis meant the Hawks would be at least 4 down at stumps on day 1. Nixon was tasked with the role of night watchman, which he handled with aplomb. Rovers United Bruck 4 for 41 at stumps, still requiring another 44 runs for victory. Day 2 began with the match on a knife's edge. But with no run rate pressure, the Hawks were happy to take their time. The Magpies desperate to save every run possible, as every positive stroke was cheered vociferously by the Rub faithful. And with each passing over, the partnership of McNamara and Nixon looked stronger and stronger. Menon was thrown the ball, but McNamara found the rope again for just the second time in his marathon innings. Nixon too joined the party, gaining confidence as the target continued to get closer. Ellis continued to steam in, desperate for a breakthrough. But it wouldn't come as the ones and twos continued to stack up for the Hawks. Nixon loosened the shoulders after the drinks break. And even caressed the ball through the covers. Quick single from McNamara gave Nixon a chance to ice the game, which he did with the very next ball. Rovers United Bruck home by 6 wickets, with McNamara unbeaten on 40 of 138 deliveries and Nixon unbeaten on 19 of 109. The Hawks claiming their first two-day title since the club's most recent amalgamation 7 years ago.